One name popped into my head when I first went down this rabbit hole. Casey Jordan. She's a criminologist, attorney, and host of the soon-to-launch podcast, Criminal Appeal. Good to see you, Casey. Good God, have you ever seen anything like this?
Not quite. Now, I know we're all familiar with maybe Andrea Yates, who killed her five children over the course of an hour, but not over the course of 6 months or 5 months. And we've had situations where people have killed, mothers and fathers have killed a child. Very often, again, the isolation, the homeschooling, these are a common thread. Kept them in the house like in a Tupperware container or in a freezer, but just one child, sometimes while other children are there, but not this many over so many months. And that 911 call is telling, and I've got to give kudos to that 911 operator. She kept him on the line while the deputies were getting there, and she kept asking him the questions we all want to know the answer to. How did you do it and why? But his answers are really incoherent, Ashleigh. I mean, there's still so much we need to find out.
Well, I just it caught in the back of my throat. It just started out as me over-disciplining. That's it. But we're talking about a 6-year-old first, and then gradually getting older and older and older. You know, I get accidents. It doesn't make them right, but I can at least get my head around it. I don't understand over-disciplining 4 different times and letting your children's bodies rot.
Well, he's clearly, I mean, to say he's not in his right mind is a massive understatement. How he got there is a whole nother question. But what he said is that towards the end of the 911 phone call, Ashleigh, he mentions that, you know, God told him to do that. And he got nervous and he didn't follow through, or he was a coward. And, you know, all of his answers are very non sequitur. It takes him so long to answer a question, and then he stops in the middle. I mean, he's very discombobulated. But that whole idea that God told him to do it, that again reminds me of Andrea Yates. She truly believed that her children were being bad and evil, and that Satan was trying to capture them, and she had to deliver them to God, that God told her to kill them to save them. But she had postpartum psychosis. That is not an excuse that this guy is going to be able to come up with. So what exactly was going on in his incredibly muddled brain is left to be revealed. But just based on the 911 phone call, I'm worried that we'll never get answers, because he can't form a full sentence to give us an answer.
I'm trying to figure out whether he's got an insanity defense here, because there's something that stuck in what he said. And he said, it's bad. It's my fault. It's, in a nutshell, it's all my fault, which is, you know, it's black and white for I know what I did was wrong. I know right from wrong, and you can't fight that. I've got 10 seconds left. But Casey, he's an Iraq war vet. His brother said he was fine last year, and clearly he isn't now. Do you think that will factor into his defense in some way?
I do. He's going to bring up the PTSD, but North Carolina, you just nailed the McNaughton rule. He does know right from wrong. And North Carolina uses the McNaughton rule for its insanity defense. So if they use substantial capacity, he might have an insanity defense, but they don't. So yeah, I don't think they'll go for the death penalty, because there's something seriously wrong with this man mentally, but you're going to see them throw the book at him. He's going down.
Okay, so I have a shorter show tonight because of the President Trump news conference off the top. So please come back. Let's talk more about this case and others. It's so good to see you.
I would love to. Thanks, Ashleigh.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.